Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing my empties for the month of November. Like always, I'll have these separated into categories in case you're only interested in certain items. To go on with skincare, I do have a few sheet masks. So the first one we have is one that I got for free unexpectedly from Pinch Me, and I really disliked it because it was one of those sheet masks that aren't cotton or like fibers. It's more of a jelly face mask. And then towards the bottom part, like where my chin is, I felt like it was just dangling. It kind of looked like I had a faux beard. And it didn't really do much in terms of like hydration or any other benefits. So I would not recommend. I did get it for free though. So hydrogel, it's probably not for me. All right, the next one we have two of the I'm from Rice sheet masks. I really like this one. They're a little bit more expensive than the Tony Moly's that I normally get. However, I think I like the Claire's one a little bit more. However, this is a nice change. It does feel very nice, luxurious. So for Rice, I think it's meant to brighten up your skin and just give it a little glow. And I feel like I can notice that this one gives me more hydration than the Tony Moly's. So I will eventually repurchase that one. Okay, speaking of Tony Moly, I think this is the last Luminous Eye Pearl. I like it. Would I purchase it again? Maybe. I think I might want to try other Tony Moly sheet masks, but so far this one was pretty good. And then I think this is my favorite one out of all of them, the Pore Care I'm Red Wine. I have quite a few of these. So for these Tony Moly sheet masks, I think the best price you can purchase these at are probably from TJ Maxx Marshalls. However, you need to purchase a pack of 10 and the types are very limited. So you might not have all the variety if you were to go to, let's say, Macy's. I think they sell them too, but they're more expensive. All right, going on to the next skincare product. We have one that was from the 2023 Trader Joe's Advent Calendar. I was hoping that this came back and I was going to potentially do a review on it. But unfortunately, the new Advent calendar came out and it doesn't include this. This is the Rice Polish Cleanser Powder. So this one is very gentle. I found myself really enjoying it. It was really easy to wash off. While it didn't create a lot of like sudsy bubbles on my face, I felt like my skin was very clean. It wasn't super grainy at all. It felt very fine, almost like baking flour instead of like salt or anything. So really like it, very gentle. I feel like it took off a lot of my sunblock, or if I had like, for example, on hot nights, if I felt like I sweat overnight, I could just use this and I'll have my bare face to go on to the next step. So yeah, overall would recommend this. If Trader Joe's ever comes out in a full size of this, I would probably purchase it. Going on to the next product, we have the Claire's Midnight Blue Youth Activating Drop. So this one, I think I got it in a pack from Wish Trend maybe like a year or two ago. The only problem with this one is if you buy too many and stock up for the year like I do, I feel like the hue of the blue color is less vibrant and I feel like it turns a little bit like green gray. So I feel like it's not as potent. So last year what I did is I only purchased two of these. I really like it. It's super thin. The only problem is that I think they recommend for you to use this right after you cleanse your face so that it really sinks into your skin. However, I like using a toner step because I feel like I just need to get that excess cleanser or whatever. If not, I have to use more water. But anyways, I really like this. I would continue to repurchase this. However, this year the Wish Trend Black Friday sales weren't really that good. So my sister and I just placed an order at Stylovana and it was more expensive there. So unfortunately, I think I'll have to wait until next year or maybe if a collaboration box comes out because normally that includes free shipping, but I do recommend this. All right, next empty, we have one that I shared with my sister. We purchased this, I believe, on yesstyle.com. This is the refill pack. So this is the Haralapu Gohujin Oil Cleanser. So this one is a refill. So it's very similar to I guess like soaps from BBW where you just buy the refill instead of needing to buy the actual plastic. I know this is plastic, but I think this is better than purchasing a whole container that you don't necessarily need. This one works really well. I feel like it emulsifies as soon as you put water onto your face. And I feel like it does take away the debris and like the dirt, sunblock. I don't wear makeup, so I don't know how well it works with that. But yeah, this is really good. We would repurchase this. However, we still have two more in our skincare like inventory section. Next empty that I finished up, we have the Claire's Rich Moist Soothing Cream. So this one I got it on a really good deal for last year's Black Friday. I think it was under like $8 or something. So I ended up getting like 3 or 4 of these. So I have a lot of these. And if I did finish up all of them, I would repurchase it because it's just one of those products that works well with my skin type. It doesn't reinvent the wheel, it doesn't like make me look 20 years younger, but it just works really well at hydrating my skin without feeling oily. So with this one, I use it mainly at night. I used to previously use a moisturizer before my sunblock in the morning, but I felt like that was a little bit too much during the summer. I might go back to that because now, because it's winter, it's a little bit drier and colder in the morning. So anyways, this one, I think it's great if you want to try it out. I believe TJ Maxx Marshalls has it, sometimes Ulta, but it's more expensive than what I paid for it, and it's a basic cream. So yeah, but it's really nice and I would repurchase it. All right, next empty, we have another one from Claire's. Again, I purchased this on Wish Trend. This is the Midnight Blue Calming Cream. They have it in this tub format, and then they also have it in this type of a packaging. And I believe this one is 30, the tub, whereas the bigger tube is 60. Of course, it's more expensive. However, I believe I got a deal where these two were on sale for more than if you were to buy the items individually. So this one, I really like the cream. It's not as thick as, like, let's say this one is in CeraVe. So it's a little bit thinner, but not thin to consider it a gel moisturizer. So I really like using it because it's for like antioxidant purposes and stuff, but I feel like it also cools down my face. So I like using it after I go outside in the sun and I feel like my face is overheating, or after I use exfoliating toner, for example, and then I put on a hydrating serum and then I top this off. The only problem is that this one doesn't feel super hydrating, but I feel like it's very occlusive. So yeah, I would repurchase this one, but I think I still have one or two more of these. And again, you can find this product, I think, in the tube format at TJ Maxx Marshalls and perhaps Ulta. Okay, I think that is it for my skincare. Let's go on to body care. All right, so I have some Lush products. Let me start off with that first. All right, so this one was the Creme Anglaise. This is from the Bridgerton collection, so it was limited edition. And this was the, what is it, 3.5 ounces. It has a 50% off sign somewhere here, or perhaps not. Anyways, so the cream looked like it had gone bad because it was like this weird shade of brown, but the scent itself, it's fine. However, you have to really love almond scents, like almond butter, almond extract. And I think that I realized that I don't really like just pure almond fragrances. So this one was okay, but I had to mix it with other products that were also gourmand. I believe I mixed it with like cinnamon and like sugary scents just to tone down that almond butter fragrance. So I wouldn't repurchase this. However, I felt like it really did hydrate my skin. And yeah, this tub lasted me a good while because I felt like I didn't need too much lotion. So yeah, this one I am going to clean it out and then I'm going to use it for the Lush Bring Back program. Before, these didn't used to count in Lush North America or Lush USA, but now they do. So I'm happy about that. Okay, I believe this is hair care, but I'll just include it because it's kind of body care related. This one, we have the Squeak shampoo. I wish I would have known when it was 50% off. I got it during the summer freshness sale, which was the first time that Lush had ever done, in the US, I believe, a 50% off that wasn't on Boxing Day. So this shampoo smells really nice. I have no idea like what fragrance notes are in here, but it just smells very refreshing. It does say that it has sea salt and fruit juices. I really like it that the sea salt had bits, like chunky bits, where I felt like it also worked as an exfoliator. It was really creamy and sudsy. The only problem is that this is pretty expensive normally. So Squeak is a little bit bigger. So this one is 4.4, whereas this one is 3.5. But I found myself probably savoring this one. So I was trying to use not a lot because normally I have not really long hair. I have long hair and I tend to use about a palm's worth of shampoo, of liquid shampoo. This one I tried to use just a dollop. So yeah, highly recommend this one. So I believe for Lush, you're able to ask for samples to take home in little pots. So maybe just try this out, or if not, you can go in store and test it out. And they have like sinks and whatnot. So yeah, I really like this one. And I think I already repurchased it in the bigger tub. It's about like twice the size. So yeah, I also need to clean out that one. Okay, going on to the next product. But at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, we had seen some shower steamers. And this was one that I got for my sister. It's the Halls brand. So these are shower melts, which is the same thing as shower steamers. This is in the fragrance honey and lemon. My sister really liked this because while she likes the Bath and Body Works ones, she says that they smell more aromatherapy-like, and this one is less, like, I guess more fragrances that she would enjoy because they also had a cherry one. So I believe the normal price of this one was $5.99, but I got it on sale for $4.50. I haven't seen these and my sister has been looking for them. So I think next time I see these, we will purchase it. However, I think if we find it, then my sister will go like, oh, but it's not on sale. Let's wait. Let's wait to see if it goes red tag. But yeah, I do like this one. However, it is a bit lighter, if I remember correctly, compared to the Bath and Body Works shower steamers. Next, we have a small business. I finally finished up another Dirty Soap body mist. I could have sworn that in Kent from the Candle Channels video, he had put Campsite Coffee is the same thing as Paris Cafe, and this definitely does not smell like Paris Cafe. However, I tried another dupe of Campsite Coffee, and it smells very similar to this fragrance, so I'm just a little bit confused. But anyways, the fragrance notes to this read coffee, vanilla ice cream, and fresh baked donuts. So this one, I don't really get a lot of coffee. I get more of this like chocolatey note. And one thing about some Dirty Soap Co. fragrances is that the liquid turns almost like this brown color. I use it on my PJs, so I don't know if it stains clothes, but this was one of the formulas that did not, it was like crystal clear after almost a year afterwards. So yeah, this one, no problems with the nozzle. And if you want to reuse the packaging, you are able to like twist this off if you like. However, I figured out that a lot of the fragrances have like this underlying, almost like of a cinnamon note or something. I think it's the base formula that I don't always agree with. So for this brand, if I were to repurchase, I'd have to get samples because when I did order, I purchased like just these sizes and they last a very long time. Did they get stronger as time went on? I would say no, they were pretty like solid when I first purchased them. Yeah, so that's always a thing. I believe they sell samples, but I think it might take a little bit longer. So yeah, this one, my sister liked it, my dad hated it, and I thought it was just okay, so I would wear this to bed. So there is that. Continuing on with small businesses, let's go on to one from Etsy. This is from Lovesick Witchery in a sample of treat bag. I believe I have a dot because this is when she had formulated her body oils? No, perfume oils at 5% concentration or 10%. I forget. It was like over a year ago. So with treat bag, I remember it being very similar to this bright green apple mixed with maybe red apple, and I think a little hint of chocolate is in here. Yeah, so this one, I did use it after I showered, and I feel like the scent didn't last me the whole day. I feel like it was gone pretty quickly. Again, it could be that it was formulated at the lower concentration, but the scent was really nice, and it does smell like an indie fragrance, if that makes sense. So this, if you do buy her, like, what do you call it, sample packs, her body oils come in a spray, and I didn't find that the body oil clogged the nozzle, and I feel like this is a very hard plastic. Unfortunately, she had to raise up her prices. The perfume, like roll-ons, they used to be $17 shipped, and now they're $20. So just be aware of that. So I think that's also factored into the sample pack. So for that one, I don't think I would repurchase it just because it didn't last a terribly long time. Okay, going on to another small business. Let's see, since I have two of these. This one is from cakeandbarrel.com. She has an Etsy shop and her own storefront. So this one, I got two Lush dupes. However, I've never smelled chilled wine, but I have smelled Tender Heart, which is the dupe of Soft Core, massage bar that came out during Valentine's Day several years ago. Chilled wine is the dupe for iced wine. And all I know is that Tender Heart kind of sucked. It reminded me of like fake Play-Doh chocolate. And I did write some notes. Again, yeah, dupe of Soft Core. There was a little bit of cinnamon, toffee. I put not fake. I remember I used this on my left leg, and then I used chilled wine on my right leg, and man, that chilled wine was a beast. I could smell it for days on my clothing. Yeah, this one just smells a little bit fake, but also I find myself not liking a lot of chocolate scents. So that's another reason why it could be that I was like, about the Dirty Soap Co. is because it's chocolate, not necessarily the formulation or anything. But for example, with chilled wine, the scent wasn't really for me. My mom did compliment me on it, but it just lasted forever. So the fragrance notes to it are grape, bergamot. Oh, wait, what did I put? Citrusy. Yeah, it was citrusy and buchu. So there was a slight fizz to this. It does remind me of like a boozy alcoholic drink, but it's very tart on the opening. So I'm not sure exactly what's contributing to that, maybe the bergamot. It's more of like of a citrus bergamot. But yeah, if you want a Lush dupe for, was it chilled? No, iced wine. This is a really good one that lasts a long time. I don't know how similar it is to it. This one doesn't smell like soft core to me. So yeah, there's that. I would purchase again from Cake and Barrel. I just need some time to to go through some more of my empties. Okay, going on to another small business on Etsy. We have one from Lunar Life Apothecary. These are perfume oils. They did get a little bit kind of gunky because I ended up popping off the little top part right here because it was like a dabber oil type thing. However, it just took forever for the product to come out, so I just popped it off with a butter knife. So to the right, we have Carrot Cake. This is one of her seasonal fragrances. Yeah, right there, carrot cake. And then this one is the one that's like tea and crumpets. So both of these, I think that they are enjoyable. However, I really love tea and crumpets. So this one, it has this very nice iced tea fragrance with lemon. And I also enjoy, despite the fact that I don't like lavender, yeah, it's really nice. And I do get the butteriness from a biscuit. So yeah, I really enjoy this, and also it wears differently throughout the day. So I feel like initially I get more of the lemon butter biscuit, but then as time goes on, I get more of like of a tea with lemon with more of an emphasis on the lavender note, but it's very sweet. It's not herbal at all. So I would repurchase, or more specifically, I would get a full size of this. However, I need to wait, and hopefully in like a year or so, I can get through it because right now I have so much body care that I don't know how this happened. So anyways, next product, we have carrot cake. I'm not sure why I got this because I'm not too particularly fond of carrot cake and like allspices and stuff, but this does smell very delicious. I think this is great to layer with Bath and Body Works fragrances. I think that any type of like sugary vanilla gourmand scent can work well with carrot cake. I don't find that carrot cake lasts as long as the tea and crumpets. So I believe I paired tea and crumpets with Bath and Body Works' iced lemon pound cake, and I also paired it with Sugar Me Sweet BBT, which you can find them on Etsy, and her Lemon Heads fragrances. So yeah, there's a lot to pair with these, and I did enjoy them. So I, for some reason, I didn't get a full size of this one. I got a full size of this one. I blind bought it. So once I finish a few of these, because I have a decent collection from Lunar Life Apothecary, I'll get tea and crumpets. Okay, going on to the final small business, we have one from Pixie Spell Essentials in Butter Toast. And when I tell you, this thing gave me so much of a headache. And the problem is that it was super realistic that it made me hungry, and that led to a headache, which is kind of weird. So I feel like I couldn't spray this on a light or empty stomach because it's so realistic, not to the outside crunchy part of the bread, but like the fluffy, dense inside part, like the white part of the bread. And that just normally in my mind, I feel like it would smell delicious, right? But no, it like turned my stomach for some reason. So how I finished this is that I sprayed it on my PJs again excessively, and then I went to sleep. So that way I feel like I woke up, I got that cozy fragrance, but it wasn't overwhelming. So yeah, this one has a really good longevity as well. So I do have a lot of Pixie Spell Essentials perfumes, and just this one was one of the fragrances that I didn't really care for or didn't work well for me. But she does offer sample sizes. This is the bigger 5 milliliter, so it might be better to get the 3 milliliter version next time. Okay, going on to whole fragrance. Wow, this is going to be big. Okay, let me try to go through this. Let's start off with Reed diffusers. So we have one that I purchased at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, North Muse. I really like that brown. This one, I like it because it has the reeds I like, the black ones. There are crystals in here. And this one, I believe I got it on sale. I forgot for how much. I think it was like $4 or something. But this was a tropical like mango. But yeah, like a mango tangerine type of a scent. I would repurchase it if I see it. And I think I like that it had multiple reeds because normally it only comes with maybe like this. But since it was a bigger diffuser and I think there were more reeds, it led to a bigger scent output. So this was in the corner of my sister's room by her walkway. And I feel like when you walked past and it like kind of moved around the air, I got a little whiff of it. So I really like this one. It's a bit stronger than other reed diffusers that I've tried. So yeah, if I happen to see it, I will repurchase it. But with the nature of TJ Maxx and Marshalls, products tend to not come back. Going on to one that was in my room, we have one from Homeworks. I believe I got this on sale on clearance after the holidays, so I want to say it was like $5. I really dislike the reeds. And do you see how like dark they get even when there's like no fragrance oil left? Let me take this out. So this one was holiday ribbon candy, fragrance notes, ripe red raspberries, orange zest, maple berry drizzle, vanilla bean. All right, so for this one, I liked it and sometimes I didn't like it because I feel like it smelled very artificial but cheap candy. But I liked it that once I got further away from it, it did smell a little bit like nondescript sweetness or like sweet candy. So with this one, it almost kind of made me think that there were going to be ants in my room because it was that fake sweetness. But anyways, this one was a bit light. I'm not sure if it was because of the reed or the scent itself. I wouldn't repurchase this one. I would repurchase Homeworks reed diffusers, but not the price that they sell them at like QVC, Slack and Co. But like for $3 or $4, I'll go ahead and repurchase. Okay, that's it for reed diffusers. I do have one product that my sister emptied. This was something that I purchased again after the Christmas holidays when things were 50% off. It came in a 2-pack for like $3. This is in the scent Peppermint Bark Home Collection Odor Absorbing Gel. So this one kind of disintegrated, or I don't know, it like shrunk, but the scent itself wasn't my favorite. It reminds me of like peppermint, but like very fake mixed in with a lot of like detergent, but not in a good type of way. Yeah, really dislike it. Don't recommend it. I have tried another one, I believe from the same brand, but it was just in their basic like clean laundry fragrance and I liked it a lot more. So I'm trying to find a brand, but I can't really see it. But if I see this again, I'm going to walk straight past it because it's kind of whatever. All right, next we have one Glade plugin. Oh, I really love this one. I wish I would have purchased this instead of some of the other ones. Here we go. And there's one left in my grandma's bathroom, but it's not empty yet, so I'm going to keep this and show it during my next empties. But this is in the Fragrance Berry Bliss, fragrance notes of Bordeaux and mixed berries. So I'm not sure what Bordeaux is, but I'm pretty sure it's an alcoholic beverage because this smells very like fizzy yet deep berry mix. Not blueberries, but again, like similar to what the picture describes, like dark red deep fruits. Oh, really love this one. Everyone liked it in my grandma's bathroom. It's a shame that it only came in this duo pack. And I did get this on sale at Target maybe like 2 years or so ago. Oh, really love it. Too bad I can't find it. But okay, there's that one and I would recommend it. Let's see, going on to some mini tea lights. I've gotten into using tea light warmers. All right, so I finished some tea lights, and this is one that I recently hauled for the 75% off Halloween Walmart items. I believe these were 3 to 4 hours in 9 grams. So if you can see right here, I thought if I blew out the tea light and I tried to relight it a second time, it would work. But no, you basically have to light this and like not touch it. So this is what happens when you blow it out, and this is what happens when you just kind of let it do its thing. So yeah, really nice. I liked using this if I wanted to see if I could extend the life of my wax by like 3 more hours. And yeah, really nice. And I think I would repurchase this. Sadly, I only got one of them and it was on sale for like 45 cents because the normal price of the 6-pack was $1.98, but with that 75% off, it just made it a really good deal. And then I have some that I purchased on Amazon, the 8-hour tea lights, so they're a bit different. I didn't try that whole like turn it off, let me try lighting it a second time. And yeah, these work well. They feel very sticky. Some of them do, and even though some of them are kind of like bent right here, they work and burn all the way down. Going on to the next empty. Oh, I have more tea lights. All right, going on to the next empty. Since I talked about wax melts, let me go ahead and go on to the next one. We have a sample from Boots and Mascara. The owner is Angela. She has her shop on Etsy, but I think she's currently working on her website. This was in Apple Marshmallow Balm. I believe it was like 2 sizes, maybe like 0.6 ounces. The inspiration behind this was Bath & Body Works' Radiant Red Maple. Fragrance notes, gooey marshmallow, sweet apple, sprinkle of cinnamon. I really like this one. And I know it says gooey marshmallow, but it almost smells like toasted and kind of like deep and roasty. So yeah, I think that if you enjoy Bath & Body Works' Radiant Red Maple, I think you'll enjoy this one. I don't think it's an exact dupe, but I feel like this one's a little bit more sweeter, creamy. And I don't detect any other type of apple besides this very nice it's not really ripe. It's more of a cooked baked apple. And then the gooiness of the marshmallow, I would say it was more of a roasted marshmallow than gooey, but it is still a little bit fluffy and powdery. When I warmed this, I used it in my 25-watt Scentsy warmer, and I feel like the apple note came out a bit more and the marshmallow note kind of faded out. I think in terms of strength and throw, I think it filled up my medium-sized room if I'm remembering correctly. However, it didn't last me terribly long. So I think it lasted about 4 or 5 hours, but I find that with a lot of vendor wax, that's the case. So yeah, this one's really good. I think that Angela restocked this in her holiday collection. However, it's sold out. And I think the person did a review like, I love this fragrance. And I'm like, me too, sir. Here I was trying to order it again. But anyways, there is Apple Marshmallow Balm. And that's great because Bath & Body Works' Radiant Red Maple performs very terribly. At least last year's it did. So I'm curious if that's still the case. Small business, we have Teresa Lynn Simple Luxe. This was her mystery 100% soy wax. So I did a lot of trial and error with this. I initially used it in my Scentsy warmer. I tried it in my hot plate. And guess what? The only way that this performed was in my one specific tea light that I hauled from Amazon. That thing's just a beast. So before it was a very light fragrance and it transformed into a medium, like a light medium fragrance. And I think that with soy wax, I found that this particular wax from Teresa Lynn, it might just be the scent, maybe, who knows, but her scent is, or her wax is very consistent, where if you get like, let's say a 4 out of 10, you are able to warm that and you get a 4 out of 10 for like 2 days or something. So it doesn't really do that normal thing where wax starts off very strong and then it dies down after like 3 hours. It's very steady, very reliable. The scent was like polished leather. My mom really liked it. She said it smelled high end to her. Teresa, she's still on Etsy, but I believe shipping is now $5.99. And then with an additional item, so if you want to get like this and let's say a candle, the candle shipping price will be $150. You know what? Since I brought up Teresa, let me go on to her candles because I finished all of them. Okay, we have 3 total. Okay. So before her shipping change, I wanted to try out more, but I had a bunch of different experiences. So with this mystery scent, it was pretty light. It burned down all the way there. The type of wick that she uses is a wooden wick. However, it's very, very small. So I found myself having the issue of this flame blowing out. So it would take a really long time. And since this is soy wax, I believe this is her half pint mason jars. It would take a really long time for this to fully pull out. And this particular fragrance, I used it more in the bathroom because it just wasn't giving me the strength and throw in my bedroom. It was more around a 3 out of 10 versus the wax melts. I was getting a lot more performance out of it. So this one I wouldn't recommend, but it's a mystery scent. It was reduced price. So, okay, initially when I burned this one, I thought, oh no, it's not going to be great. And then I burned caramel apples. So I was doing like a few burns, so I didn't finish off this complete candle, but I was like burning different ones. For caramel apple, this is like, I was so surprised. So this one, it smells, of course, like the picture suggests, gooey caramel, but there's a mixture of green apple and red apple, and it's very bright. I wrote down the scent notes, but then when I put it in my crock, it kind of got yucky. So with this one, the performance was a lot better. Okay, this one only gave me issues of the flame blowing out like twice, but this one would pull out almost immediately. And look, it's the same wick. And I can still smell it. So this one, it's like the strongest single wick candle I've ever experienced. I don't know if it's just the fragrance oil or what, but in my medium-sized bedroom, this was stronger than some Homeworks candles. This was stronger than some Yankee candles. And I was just like, oh my word, what's going on here? Am I in like a different world? But yeah, this one in my bedroom burning, it was about a 6 out of 10, which is surprising coming from me and coming from the single wick. Okay, I'm rambling. So this one is really nice. Highly recommend. The only issue is that, of course, you're going to have to pay for shipping. And even so, you know how there's like leftover wax? I put it in my candle crock and I can still get like 2 more days out of it. So after I film this empties, it's going straight to my crock. Because even in my crock, I'm getting like a 5 out of 10. And I'm just like, oh my word, this is making me rethink my stance on single wicks. But I don't know if it's because of the wooden wick. These don't really crackle that loud. They do make a slight popping sound. But okay, you know how I'm like, I was raving about that candle. This candle just sucked eggs. So I kept going through this roller coaster of like, oh, I really like it, I'm going to purchase more, to like, I'm never purchasing this. So with this one, this was Aunt Frida's homemade rolls. This smelled very yeasty, and this gave me so many issues. Oh, the fragrance notes are still here. Fresh baking bread, homemade baked yeast rolls. So I had this thing tunneled so bad, it turned off. I tried putting it in a hurricane, and then sometimes it would even turn off in a hurricane. I put the Yankee Candle Illuma lid on. Oh, by the way, the Yankee Candle Illuma lids do fit on this, not perfectly, but catch my drift. So yeah, this was like a 2 out of 10. It started giving me like sooting issues, not like visible soot, but I felt like I could smell the soot emitting from the candle because the flame was like so low, it was tunneling. So then towards the end, it turned on and I just kept it burning to oblivion because this thing just like relighting this thing was a nightmare. So yeah, I'm going to reuse these jars because they fit so well in my candle crock and even in my hot plate, my bottom hot plate warmer. So I'm just going to get some boiling water, clean these out. But yeah, so I went through a roller coaster ride with this brand. Gorgeous, whatever, horrible. So if you do ever sample candles from Teresa Linsa Deluxe, I would highly recommend Caramel Apple. All right, I kind of went off track. So next we have Case Scented Wax. I got this from Emily, the candle nurse, in one of her giveaways. Mixed berry cupcake, waffles, and whipped cream. Pour date around March 2024. I tried this in my Scentsy warmer and it was pretty light. I would say like a 2 out of 10, but it does smell very delicious. I didn't get much of the waffle note when it was warming, if I got any scent. And I did try this in my tea light warmer, not the amazing one from Amazon, but one that I got at Walmart, and it also marginally helped, but not really. So I'm glad I'm done with it. I don't know if it's case scents in general or the specific one. But yeah, I really enjoyed the scent on cold. Unfortunately, this just didn't work out. So I wouldn't purchase it or recommend it. Going on to a candle. This one I got it from Lizzie when she gave me some friend mail. Thank you so much, Lizzie. I don't know what happened to the lid. But limoncello cupcake, this one, I think I did the mistake of letting this burn for like 4 hours and it started becoming sooty. And I think that I didn't enjoy the fragrance when burning as much as I did in my candle crock. So the fragrance notes to this are pound cake, lemon, creamy icing. So this one, I got more of the creamy icing pound cake in my crock versus while burning, I got more of this like burnt, cleaner lemon smell. So yeah, that's the one thing about Goose Creek. You really have to be on top of the burn time and whatnot. So yeah, the wicks traveled because I put it in my crock. I would recommend this if it came out in wax melts. I know some people have like issues with the candles burning. I didn't. I just didn't like how the scent started changing. So yeah, maybe try out the wax melts if you're a little iffy on the candles. Going on to, ooh, super happy about this one. This is a big candle. We have one from Swan Creek Candle Co. This candle burns for 110 hours. So like pat on the back to myself because this is huge. But I bought another one. So the side note, this was in Southern Sweet Tea. So unfortunately, I was pretty disappointed with this fragrance because it doesn't smell edible to me. It almost smells like powdered sweet tea, but like if you mixed it with powdered florals, and it almost takes on this like bug citronella repellent candle type of smell, but it is pretty strong. It does take a while to fully pull out, but I didn't feel the need to tinfoil it a lot. I just let it burn again to oblivion in my room. Since it has a really long burn time, I felt like towards the end it started to get a bit sooty. However, there was no wax discoloration. Again, I'm going to change this because this mason jar is very thick and nice, and I believe that there are measurements in case you're into like canning products or like putting jam, cotton balls, whatever in here. So there's how it looks like. Another tip is that if you're into Lush or you want to put your wax melts in something, I feel like this would be a good option. If you want to cut up a bubble bar, put it in here. Spare change, put it in here. Yeah, there's just several ways to repurpose this. And the label is pretty easy to come off. It's just a sticker, but I cut my nails, so that's why I can't get it off right now. Okay, going on to another candle, we have Village Candles Melon Breeze, fragrance notes, watermelon, honeydew, strawberry. Really like this. My sister really liked it. However, it burned terribly. It got super puny flames, like right here. And I noticed that with the other one that I finished, I think it was grapefruit something, I had the same issue. I got it on sale at TJ Maxx for like $8, I want to say. An Illumilid doesn't fit in here, and I just wasn't about to play this game of like, let's soak up some wax and like see if it burns again. Nope. So I put it in my crock. The problem is that it's so much wax that it took forever to warm and start throwing, and my sister got a little bit annoyed. I don't mind waiting if I have on my crock for several hours. So yeah, I had this on for maybe like 2 months or something, and the scent is pretty much gone. So I wouldn't recommend this one. I do want to purchase another Village candle, but I just don't want to deal with that performance issue. So there is that. Oh, I like the scent though, if that makes any difference. Okay, next we have a Homeworks candle that I got on sale. I did a full dedicated review on homestyle stuffing. I got it at TJ Maxx for $10. Fragrance notes are, let's see, toasted bread, melted butter, chopped sage, fresh rosemary. Pour date is May 8th, 2023. So this one was like noticeable in my room. It was kind of out of place because it's like my room is in a kitchen. But I burned this during Thanksgiving. It did get a bit murky towards the end. The wax only got discolored towards the end, but before then it wasn't murky at all. So I really get a lot of the rosemary, but I feel like this one smells more palatable or more, I guess, nice than the Bath and Body Works one, but the Bath and Body Works one was a bit stronger. I wish this was a bit more intense than what it was, but I don't know if I would have liked it as much, because normally with these type of foodie fragrances that aren't gourmand, it could be a little bit off-putting if they're a bit stronger. It's like a one and done type of scent for me. It is very novelty and stuff, but I think if it was a bit stronger, I'd purchase it. But if not, I'm good with the one that I had. Okay, next, going on to another 100% soy wax. We have one from Caramel Sundays, and yeah, it does look a bit murky. This one is from their summer collection, Dulce Dragon Fruit. So with this one, I did have like a dyno label of the fragrance notes, but it got really hot, so I took it out. So with this one, I had an issue with the wick placement because you can see right here, it did get a bit sooty and whatnot. And I just didn't really like it how the flame was basically super close to this part right here. So maybe, I mean, I don't think they're going to change their candle jar supplier, but I think it'd be better to just have a candle jar without this little lip part right here. I think that solves a lot of wick placement close to the glass issue. So yeah, here is how the lid looks like. And my main issue with this one is that it wasn't strong at all. It was pretty much like a 5 out of 10. And for a candle that, while it burns for a long period of time, I feel like it doesn't give me the intensity that I want. A good thing about it is that I feel like they include shipping in the price. So there's that. So yeah, really unique set, but unfortunately it just didn't perform well for me. And by perform well, I mean it wasn't strong enough. And I think it didn't also fill up my medium-sized bedroom, so that's also a con. All right, next going on to a little tree. We have one in the fragrance watermelon. Unfortunately, this only lasted about 3 days or so, so it wasn't really worth it in my case. I have two more, so maybe next time I'll try putting two of these in my cart instead of just one. All right, I think that's it for home fragrance. Finally, let's go on to miscellaneous. So we have one Pronamel repair. I mistakenly purchased this one because I like getting sodium fluoride in 0.454, but this one I believe is 0.25 with 0.15% fluoride ion. So I use this in the morning, and I feel like I really like Sensodyne and Pronamel, whichever one. The only thing is that if you like really minty toothpastes, this is more mild and gentle, so that's the only con thing, but I don't mind that. So there is that one. I wouldn't repurchase it because again, I like more fluoride in my toothpaste. Final empty, we have some contacts from Cooper Vision. So I wear monthly contact lenses, which is kind of unfortunate because sometimes I accidentally go to sleep or take a nap and my contacts get dry and I feel like they never feel the same afterwards. Anyways, if you do use contact lenses, check out to see if there's a rebate because I'm always able to get a $50 rebate with the manufacturer if I buy a year's worth supply. I think that's the only caveat, is that depending on how many contacts you purchase and what types, that depends on your rebate. So yeah, here is my vision in case you're interested. But yeah, I really like this, real good, works well for me. So yeah, those were all my empties for the month of November. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.